really get to experience nature in a different way here on the river.
And take a look at that. Man, the ducks are walking on water, it looks like, waddling across those chunks of ice on the Ohio River, part of which is actually frozen. And since the winter storm hit almost 2 weeks ago, we've been stuck in freezing temperatures. Just check out this video of the Belle that seems frozen behind us there.
It is really quite the phenomenon from Mother Nature when we get to see this, because the Ohio River doesn't do this very often. You look there, you see a barge right up in the upper part of your screen going through that ice, cutting through nicely. The Belle doesn't do that. The water temperature of the river right now is at 32 degrees, and today turned into one of the warmer days we've seen in February, so some of the ice will start to thaw eventually. Let's head out to our Conroy Deluge, who is live with photojournalist Aspen Hester.
And this afternoon, he set out to get a different view from the Ohio, up close from the deck of the Belle of Louisville. So how's it looking from the deck out there, Conroy?
Yeah, Doug and Connie, we've done so many stories from the ground showing what the ice and snow looks like, but from the 2nd Street Bridge, from the Kennedy and Lincoln Bridge, you could see the frozen Ohio. So I wanted to climb on the deck of the Belle of Louisville, which is parked for the winter. It is seasonal after all, just to get a view below, but where the really cool view was down low on the engine room, where basically I could reach out and touch the chunks of ice. Traffic along the Ohio River is moving slower, maybe even a glacial pace.
They're just taking their time a little bit more than they normally would.
Up on the Texas deck, Heather Gottlieb watched as 2 boats helped to move the barge along.
You can see the way this functions is kind of like a highway where there are lanes.
Lanes and channels that break up the ice into chunks, where from the engine room floor, you can see ducks making their way on the water.
It's something you really never get over.
The Belle of Louisville has had some different names over its 110-plus year history and is parked as far north as Wisconsin. And because of the cast iron piping system, the crew does take care to winterize the steamboat. An engineer on board, Steven Settles, showed us the boiler room.
Right now it's all opened up to be cleaned. The furnace has to be repaired, so there's some refractory work to be done in there.
The 130-year-old steam engines are also closely cared for and examined. Back on the deck, Gottlieb walked toward the back of the boat to the iconic paddle wheel.
So that no pieces of paddle wheel wood are stuck in the water for too long. So we'll just do like a quarter turn every so often.
The Belle has survived more than 110 winters and is just 2 months away from setting sail the first full week of April. Of course, right now we're just excited to get above freezing for a stretch here and there like we saw today. Now, one thing that Heather told me that I thought was interesting to note, some of this water is frozen, she said, because of the barges that drive through. Some of this water is coming from way further north, maybe even as far as Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and so it's coming this way. So that combination of it being really cold here and it being even colder up north, and that water making its way down here as the barges do plow through. But Doug, Connie, as you pointed out, the Belle is staying put right here until April. Live near the Belle of Louisville in downtown Louisville with photojournalist Aspen Hester, Conroy Deluge, WHAS 11 on your side.